Hello there, Virgo. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your reading for December 1st through 15th, 2019. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have been doing really well. I can't believe that we're already coming to the last part of the year. We're closing up a decade with this month of December. So it's a lot of planetary energy that's shifting and moving, and we're going to do our best to cover as much of it as possible today. So if you have not yet joined me before, thank you so much for being here and visiting. If you have before as well, thank you for coming back again. If you have not yet done so, I do invite you to hit that subscribe button. Please join the Dragon family. Also give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and let me know that you enjoyed this content. A few quick notes before we start that this is a general reading. This is not going to resonate with every single Virgo out there, so if the messages do resonate with you, they are meant for you. If they don't resonate with you, you kick them on out to another Virgo. Take what resonates and what makes sense to you and leave the rest. This will mostly correspond to Virgo Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs, and all Virgo cross watchers are welcome to join us as well. If you don't find that this one resonates in particular, check your other planet placements. You may find another message in those signs that hits you even more accurately. So all my information regarding personal readings, card decks that I use, etc. It's all in the description box for your information. So let's go ahead and get started, Virgo. I'm going to just talk about the basic astrological influences that are happening for you, and then we will jump into your cards. This is a very powerful time of the year for you, all really the way through January, all through 2020. There is a special blessing, and that blessing is in the form of Jupiter moving into the sign of Capricorn. It's a fellow earth sign, so it's going to be very positive in alignment, especially with Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Especially our earth signs are going to be getting a lot of that energy. So y'all have been dealing with a lot of Capricorn because we've got so much of a pileup. If you take a peek at this chart, you can see right up here, look at all that. We've got Pluto, Saturn, Venus, and Jupiter all traveling right now in the sign of Capricorn. The sun is in Sagittarius, so that's sitting right there, but it's going to be moving into Capricorn as well in the winter solstice. So this is a huge gathering of Capricorn energy. So Virgo, on the universal chart for you, that's going to be mostly highlighting, aspecting your fifth house, which is the Leo house. So the Leo house is very bright, it's very upbeat, it's very optimistic, it's super creative, super connected with the energy of children and animals and pets. And it's all about creative self-expression. So I would say that Virgo, not just for this first 2 weeks of December, but really all through the year of 2020, you will be feeling a greater, more powerful expansion to your creative center, which will be very strong. So I would absolutely encourage you that especially for Virgos who are creative, if you know, and that can take many different forms, not just the typical ones of writing and art and music and things like that, but anything that you bring a spirit of creativity into, even things like organizing people or serving people in some way, because that's a very strong passion of Virgo. Anything that you do that brings in your creativity, your imagination, your colorful vision of how to benefit and help people more, it's really great. And especially for you on that personal level of healing and mental strength, because we know Virgos are usually concerned about healing and taking good care of themselves. Positive affirmations, anything that's positive that you can tell yourself on a regular basis would be really beautiful, because a lot of Virgos, you're very critical of yourself. You beat yourself up unnecessarily. You're very hard on yourself. You really push yourself to perfection. So with this Leo energy, I want y'all to just kind of say, you know what? There's perfection in imperfection. There is beauty in, a mess. And so, if you have a beautiful creative mess, Virgo, don't throw it away and start all over because it wasn't perfect. Embrace it. Embrace your unique spirit and let it grow, because it will give you such a positive benefit. Virgo, we've also got Mercury is finishing up its cycle in Scorpio. Mars is still in Scorpio for the month of December, so you're going to be feeling still a lot of communication. It's very strong right now for you. And, you know, of course, the sun is in Sagittarius. It's a little more challenging for Virgo right now. But just hang in there until December 22nd. Then it's going to change into Capricorn. It's going to be much more in line with you. But for now, you know, any challenges, anything that's coming your way that really, you know, causes that friction, because it's that square energy to your sun sign, take it with a grain of salt. Don't worry it too much, because usually what that Sagittarian energy is trying to do is trying to get you to open up a little bit faster and a little bit more than you're ready to sometimes. So the most you can go with the flow, the better. Embrace that more optimistic kind of thinking, and that'll take you a lot further than putting yourself down. You know, we all need to face ourselves and work through our mistakes and face up to things that we've messed up on. But Virgo, a lot of you guys berate yourself unnecessarily, so give yourself a little bit of a break. Cut yourself a little slack and be a little kinder to yourself. Neptune, the planet that rules Pisces, has also gone direct after a 5-month retrograde, and that is in your universal relationship house. So a lot of your hopes, dreams, you know, aspirations in your relationships, hopefully, are start to go forward over this next 7 months as we move through Neptune going direct. All right, Virgo, so let's go ahead and get into your cards. I'm going to pull a couple oracle cards to get some major themes, and then we're going to move into your tarot. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with the sun, moon, Venus, and rising sign of Virgo as we do the reading for December 1st through 15th, 2019. Please protect their energy as well as mine and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. Ooh, like this one. A few other signs have actually gotten this card. This is the Star Ancestor from the Angels and Ancestors. So to me, this is a very, very deep connection, Virgo, with the universe, with the stars, with, you know, family, ancestors, passed on people that, you know, could be connected with the constellations as well. You know, as many people believe, we do come from the stars. There are ancient, you know, beings that come from the stars that connect with us. And so this is telling you to follow that voice, follow the voice of your soul, feel your intuition more strongly. If a dream or something, you know, particular, some kind of message just keeps coming to you again and again, don't ignore it, Virgo. Definitely write it down. Take that to heart. So let's bring up a crystal chakra card to see which chakra is being activated, and maybe what crystal would be the most helpful for you right now. Wow, okay, Virgo. So Leo just got this card as well. This is the citrine. This is a beautiful, beautiful energy. I love working with the citrine. It's very positive. It's very bright. Not really surprising because you have all that Capricorn concentrated in that universal 5th house of Leo for your sign. So to me, this one is always about positivity, optimism. It helps overcome, you know, any kind of sadness, depression, etc. It brings abundance, creativity. It's a wonderful stone for business because of that. It's the solar plexus chakra, which helps to start rebuilding, you know, your self-confidence, your self-worth, your self-esteem. And so, you know, that's a great stone to meditate with as well. You may even want to wear it in some jewelry. You may want to just have a loose stone. But the citrine is coming through strong for you. So let's pull a card from the Fairy Oracle. The fairies are very connected with Earth and the Earth elements. So we've got so much Earth coming through, and Virgo, you are an Earth sign. So let's see what message the fairies have got for you today. Ooh, look at that. And Virgo, this is perfect. This really blends well with the whole message that we're getting for you is protect your dreams. Like I said, honor those dreams. Anything that you know, feel, what comes through, write it down and cherish it. You are the guardian of your dreams and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them or act on them. So yeah, That's beautiful, Virgo. That is absolutely gorgeous. You know, honor your intuition, protect those dreams. So let's move. I'm going to put Mr. Dragon over here. He gets shuffled a lot. So let's pull some tarot for you. Let's get some deeper messages. What comes through for you for this first half of December as we're wrapping up this 10-year decade, the last month of, you know, of the 10s. We're moving into the 20s. It's a big shift in energy, big numeric shift, the whole thing. So great time for wrapping up energies and bringing through new things for you. I like it already. Okay, all right, so Virgo, right in the middle, we've got that Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is the most strongly aligned with Leo, and fire signs as well, but she's mostly a Leo energy card. This is a very magical queen. She's very bright. She's very generous. She's creative. She's passionate. She knows how to manifest things very strongly. So to me, this makes perfect sense because the energy of Capricorn is all happening in that universal Leo house for you. So you're bringing through a very Leo gemstone with the citrine, and your center card right now at present moment is that Queen of Wands, which is absolutely strong Leo energy. So let's pull a clarifier for her. And we've got that Five of Wands. So Virgo, what I'm really getting a sense of here is that a lot of you may be really kind of having an inner conflict or arguing with yourself about how to step into that power or whether you want to step into the power, because Virgo, most of y'all are pretty modest. You're not really people that are all about, you know, me. But Spirit is really telling you it's time to step into your full potential. It's time to be creative, warm, maybe a little dramatic and theatrical and colorful like Leo is. You know, this could also be people that aren't very happy with you stepping into your power, especially if they've kind of been in a position of putting you down or not being very nice to you, and suddenly you're kind of you're not being mean to them, you're naturally stepping up and going, you know what, I'm worth more than that. So that's a very strong thing happening with you. So the immediate past, beautiful. There's that Temperance card. It's the Sagittarius energy. So, you know, we're going through the time of Sagittarius right now. So, you know, in this immediate past, that's where you're at. And it's all about balance. And interestingly enough, even though the Temperance card is technically aligned with Sagittarius, I always see this as being a little bit Virgo to me. It's something about, you know, that angel, and she's balancing the water and the earth. And, you know, to me, Virgo is about temperance and having, you know, balance and having that sort of, you know, keeping their temper about them and not letting it get the best of them. So I always feel just a little bit, for myself personally, it's a little bit Virgo. So let's pull a clarifier for her. And look at that, 10 of Cups on top of Temperance. So this is a very positive place that you're coming from. And Virgo, even if you haven't completely manifested this ultimate dream reality with that 10 of Cups, some of you have, this is general, some of you may have yet to, but you've definitely identified what it is that you most strongly want, whether or not you've manifested it yet. So some of you are already in it and enjoying it, and that's what's giving you the courage to step into your power. And some of you have, you know, recently gone, yes, I know exactly what I want. I know what wish fulfillment feels like to me and what it's going to look like. And so now, you know, you're stepping into your power because you're like, I got to step up my game if I want to attract something like that. So going into your immediate future, Love this guy, King of Swords. So this to me is, it's very strong. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, very air energy. King of Swords doesn't play any games, doesn't put up with any funny business. This is very clear cut, very logical, sometimes has to make the tough decisions to say, you know, I'm going to cut things that are negative out of my life, but he's very sovereign and very strong, so he knows that he can do it. So let's pull a clarifier card for him. Yes, and look at that, Ace of Wands, taking back your power, Virgo. With that strong, fiery, passionate new beginning, divinely guided, and a lot of it does have to do with you, you know, really making those cool, logical decisions to say, I know what's best for me, I know what's going to work for me, and I'm going to be strong and cut things out if they're not working anymore. On the unconscious, the subconscious energy, things that you know, kind of the needs of the soul here. Here's that Ten of Cups coming up again. So it's like you've brought it in from the immediate past. You're also feeling it deep in your soul. So Virgo, some of y'all are already here. Like you are connected, you're grounded, you're feeling that solid home finally underneath you. And some of you, like I said, haven't quite manifested it yet. So it's like, this is like the needs of the soul. This is like in your deep subconscious saying, here's what I want. Here's, I know what's going to feel good for me. You know, and that can take many forms as well. Whatever it is that feels like emotional, spiritual contentment. For some people, yeah, that is the traditional home structure and stability. For some people, it's having, you know, a really fulfilling creative career or life. It takes different forms, but whatever it is for you that makes you just go, you know, that's what it is that you're, you know, either enjoying right now or you're in the process of getting there. Absolutely. So let's pull a clarifier for this one. And yeah, Six of Wands. It's great energy, Virgo. No doubt. I mean, this is victory. This is strength. I mean, if you haven't already manifested this, you're definitely in the process. And Spirit's telling you, you know, keep going. Don't give up, because you know, it's going to have a good outcome, you know, and just embrace that. So, you know, here's the top though. Here's the message from the divine. This is what's crowning your reading. We got Five of Wands again. So it's interesting. We've got two Ten of Cups and now we've got two Five of Wands. Five of Wands is generally conflict going on. It's that argument either with yourself or with other people. It's not like major arguments. It's not like deal-breaking, horrible arguments, but it's just that kind of bicker fest. It's like, you know, it's back and forth. So it's kind of, you know, it's a little feisty. I think, you know, the divine is telling you to watch out for this because you don't want little fights and little arguments to turn into bigger ones. So let's see what happens when we pull a clarifier on this guy. Yeah, and it's a lot to do with, you know, balance. It's a lot to do with stability and grounding. Here comes that page of Pentacles, sorry. And to me, you know, it's like the argument that I see, you know, with that Five of Wands over top of that Queen of Wands is that it's like there's an argument within yourself about stepping into your power. This could be an argument within yourself, you know, Spirit's telling you, because this is in the place of the divine. It's like, you know, don't argue yourself out of a new stable beginning if that's what you're coming into. Don't talk yourself out of it, and don't let other people talk you out of it. This could also be, you know, the divine leading you to starting either a new business, starting something for yourself, because you're starting to step into your power and you're seeing your real worth. And you might be kind of beating yourself down and going, oh, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I'm good enough. You know, or somebody else could be saying that to you. So to me, you know, just this is the Spirit just saying, be aware of that. Be aware of that, Virgo. Don't let it stop you. You know, don't let it stop you. And don't fight against that inner voice. We can't fight it. It's always going to do the talking, right? You know, the ego always talks. But just acknowledge that, oh yeah, you know, that's that old defeatist tone I'm taking with myself, telling myself I can't do it or I'm not good enough, right? And like I said, you know, change that to positive positive affirmations. That's why that citrine card's coming up. Protect your dreams is coming up. Sometimes, Virgo, you don't want to tell somebody every single thing that you're dreaming or planning, especially with your, mind to your creative life or your career. Don't always give, protect that dream until you've had time to nurture it, and grow it a little bit. It's like protecting a little sapling, that hasn't become a strong tree yet, and give it time, because don't let people beat your idea down, especially if you're kind of sensitive emotionally about it. Give it a little time to germinate. That's always a good idea. So let's pull some advice. Oh, Virgo. Wow. Pretty awesome. We pulled up another Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands has come up twice in this reading. Ten of Cups has come up twice. The Five of Wands has come up twice. So we've got a lot of doubles. The energies and the messages are very concentrated because of that. So suggested approach, here it is. There is that Ten of Wands. To me, that is the end of a cycle, a very tough, very burdened kind of feeling. Finally coming to the end of that, finally being able to put down that burden. And, based on the rest of this reading, obviously this isn't going to be for every single Virgo, but for a lot of you, this is you just going, you know what? I've come to the breaking point. I can't do it anymore. Don't want to do it anymore. I've learned my lessons and it's time to move forward. So this to me could very much be you letting go of something that no longer serves you, something that's just not good for your soul anymore. So let's put a clarifier. Yes, and it's successful. You have so many, it's like even when you get hardship kind of cards, it's like something good comes after it. Look at that. Four of Wands. It's like if you've lost a love, if you've really gone through the ringer, it's like the Four of Wands is coming in with that 11-11. It's that stability, it's that soul connection, it's that happiness. There's a lot of focus for you on either enjoying the stability you have attained or, moving more closely towards it. What you need to know, for a lot of Virgos, with this Ace of Wands coming in twice into your future, this is like brand new, very strong, passionate beginnings. This is the hand of spirit really coming in and saying, boom, put that stick in the ground and say, you aren't going till you get what you want. Being very fiery, very, very strong and passionate and bold, which really makes sense because you've got that concentration of Capricorn in the Leo house. And of course, I love the dragon. That's in that card. Gotta love that dragon. See, I'm a dragon. That's why I named this channel DragonTaleTarot, because I'm all about breathing that fire. So I'm like, yes, Virgo, you go. You get that fiery new beginning. Ah! And look at that. Look at the star card coming in on top of that. Boy, some of y'all Virgos, I wish this was my reading. My goodness, it's a beautiful one. Look at that. And the star card was already out from the other deck in the hopes and fears. So Virgo, you're doubling up on a lot of these. Star card is there. This to me is a lot of, transformation and victory and balance. Finally, after such a long, hard struggle, you're coming to your center finally. This is very strong Aquarius energy as well. So if you have a Aquarius in your life or you have a lot of Aquarius in your chart, this could be extra special for you. The time of Aquarius is, late January and most of February. So, that could also be a special time that's coming closer to you. Hopes and fears, to me, it's like that you've already gone through a lot to get to a better place, a healthier place, and you really don't want to go back into that dark place again, especially if you've already pulled yourself out of a lot of it. Queen of Pentacles. So to me, that's just a great confirmation to stay focused, grounded. This is your own energy. This is earth energy. So, this is just a reminder, Virgo, that you don't have to go back down a dark place. Stay one day at a time. Stay focused. Stay grounded. because you have such a stability. And all that Capricorn energy is just encouraging that. It's giving you a greater sense of place. And because Jupiter is coming in and sweeping across, you know, Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn, which have been very, very hard, largely very painful for a lot of people, including you, this is finally helping you to start see that, yeah, there was a method, there was a reason for all this struggle and all this pain. I'm finally starting to see that, you know, I'm getting the benefit of the lesson instead of just getting hit over the head by it. So then coming into the outcome, suggested, you know, result, there's that Three of Cups, which is celebration, especially celebration with friends who are close to you, you know, people that have been supportive of you all along, finally kind of feeling like, yeah, we have something good to get together about. This could also be something good happening to somebody you know as well. Let us pull a clarifier for them. Ah, Virgo. This is a very blessed reading, and for any Virgo who's really resonating with this, I am just over the moon for you. Look at that. There's the Sun card, the most positive card of the deck, crossing that Three of Cups. What more need I say? This is, again, to me, very strong, you know, fiery energy because it's the Sun, it's connected with Leo, very strong Leo connection that you have in your universal chart. It's innocence, it's a return to positivity, it's a return to, you know, a more innocent state of mind. So let's pull a Making Magic affirmation for you, but I really can't say a whole lot more. This is a absolutely beautiful reading, Virgo. And all you really have to do is remember, you know, you don't have to get pulled back into a negative place. Don't be afraid of stepping into your power. You know, and just keep going and growing and letting your creative energy flourish and take root and find self-expression through you. Oh, and there's the card for you. It's the affirmation of spirit, heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. So, Virgo, this is also telling you to embrace, you know, greater spirituality, talking to your angels, talking to your guides, and if you don't know who those are, it's okay. Just reach out to spirit and say, you know, please come through, be there for me. This is also talking, you know, to your past and loved ones or your ancestors, people who, you know that even though they're physically gone, they're still very strongly spiritually there. And this is a great time to connect with them as well. All right, Virgo, so have a wonderful beginning of your December. I will be back very soon with full moon readings and more. Have a wonderful day. Take care.